a lot, what are some of the best foods to eat to optimize your gut health? As I've talked about on here before, your gut health is so correlated to your fertility. So, what are some things we can do in the kitchen to help prioritize and improve our gut health? If you're new here, I'm Rita Johnson, owner of Divine Mercy Nutritional Care. I'm super excited to share with you some of my all-time favorite recipes that are so simple to implement in your own kitchen to help improve your gut health and, of course, your fertility. So, one of my absolute favorite recipes to do in my kitchen is pickled red onions. Honestly, anytime I'm at a restaurant and pickled red onions are on the dish, I'm probably going to order that one because I love them so much. But the added benefit of making them at home is that they're going to be lacto fermented. Lacto fermented foods are allowing the microbes that live in and on our food to proliferate so that when we eat them, it's essentially like a probiotic that we're taking through our food instead of as another supplement. So this recipe is super simple. All that you need is a jar, a red onion, some good quality salt, and then a little bit of patience. This does take a few days for it to sit and ferment. So the first step to make our pickled red onions is just to slice our red onion into long, thin slices. So I find that just about 1/2 of a red onion is about enough to fill one pint-sized jar. I need to have room for the liquid and the salt, and I like to use weights to keep mine below the water level as it sits and starts to ferment. So now what I'll do is you can add 1/2 of a tablespoon of Celtic sea salt to your jar and a tablespoon of whey, or you can add 2 full tablespoons of Celtic sea salt and fill it up with water. We do have somebody in our family that's dairy free, so I just use salt and water to not have any dairy in our pickled red onions. With that, I do have these nice glass weights, but before I had these, I would just always try to make sure that the food was below the water level. The weight just helps keep it underneath the water level, and you don't have to worry about it. You can set it and forget it. So I'll set that in there. And then truly you can use just a regular mason jar lid. I have these cute little lids that do allow for air bubbles to come up when there's pressure building in the jar. So I don't have to open them every day. But if you just used a regular mason jar lid, you would just want to open it at least once a day to be sure that any pressure that's building in the jar does not cause the jar to explode. So you're releasing those bubbles as they come up. And then after that, we'll let this sit at room temperature for about 3 days. You can taste it after 3 days to see if that's the flavor that you're looking for, or if you want it to become zippier, I would let it sit for 4 or 5 days. After that, swap out the lid for a regular lid and store it in the refrigerator. And these really keep for a long time. In our family, they don't tend to last more than a couple weeks, but you can keep them in your fridge and it will last much longer than that. I hope you enjoy your pickled red onions, and I hope you enjoy introducing more living foods into your diet so that you can optimize your microbiome and your gut health. Thank you so much for joining me. If you like this video, please like and subscribe for more content from me.